Hello guys, and welcome to a FIFA 16 Futties video. Now in this video we are going to cover the Futties and the potential players who could be getting a nice pink card. I'm also going to be voting myself for them as well, but basically what they are is every year we have them, you get to vote for them, and you can vote for these players to get a nice pink inform card. So it is from July 22nd until July 29th. The 44 nominees will have special pink coloured items with base stats available to find in packs. These pink items are pretty important as the winning players' items will get an automatic upgrade, so decide carefully if you plan on trading them on the market. So that is an interesting thing right there, that's definitely interesting. Winning the Futties items will also be available in packs for 7 days starting on July 29th after we announce the winners. And of course you probably won't pack any because the packs are bollocks. But how many players will receive boosts? There will be 11 players in total, but of course there are 44 nominees. So the categories this year are Brick Wall, which is obviously the best goalkeeper, Get Stuck In, best tackler, Skiller's Delight, best skiller. As you can see they are pretty kind of obvious. Pot Shots, best long shot, distance finisher. Now that's one that I like because I love taking long shots on FIFA, but the best thing about Futties is that it gets you over that hump until FIFA 17 when there's not much going on and you just want something fresh in the game. Head first, you've got best at headers, 2-footed master, the best weak foot. We have one club man, which is most loyal, the engine room, best work rate, most improved, biggest year-on-year improvement, the maestro, most creative player, and class as permanent, best return to form, which is some very nice, interesting ones in there. When does the voting take place? We've gone over this. Voting takes place from July 22nd until 27, and it ends 10 AM and 6 PM. I'm not sure what that is. When will the winners be announced? They'll be announced on the 29th, blah 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 blah. All Futties winners will receive a special boost and featured gold trim to signify their accomplishment. If your winning Futties item is in your club, they will automatically receive the boost. So the way I'm taking that is any players who actually win the Futties that you have in your club, who are just standard cards, I assume they go to pink, which is very interesting. I think that is anyways. But anyways, let's get into the voting side of things and see the players, see the nominees, and I'm going to vote myself, so let's get into it. So let's go over to the nominees and the categories and let's vote for these Futties players. So starting off we have the goalkeepers. It is called the Brick Wall category. I have voted for Lloris, and the way EA are going to do it with the stats, I did some research from last year, they will give a +2 overall to their last card that they've got. So say Lloris had an 86 inform, he will go up 2 from that inform, and so on and so forth. So it's going to make for some very interesting cards. Of course we've got so many decent players in here who could actually have some insane Futties cards. As you can see, I voted for Lloris. Out of all them, that's who I'd pick just because BPL, but maybe Ter Stegen, maybe Leno, Bundesliga, but I have voted for Lloris anyways. So next into the Get Stuck In category, we do have Sami Khedira, Lee Catamol, Nigel de Jong and Luis Gustavo. A very boring category out of all them, to be fair, but I am going to vote for Sami Khedira out of all them. It's definitely not the most interesting one, but still I will vote for him. Next we have Skiller's Delight. This is where it starts to get a lot more interesting. We do have Yannick Bolasie, McGeady, Nani and Maxine. Now with Nani, I think he did get like an 88 team of the season or team of the year or something like that, so he could have a 90 rated Futties card, which is just incredible. Out of all these, I am actually going to vote for Nani because if he had a 90 rated Futties card, it's just going to be so OP and it'd be great to maybe pack it or use it in draft or whatever. So I'm going to go for Nani. Now let's get on to our next category. We have Pot Shots. Now that is basically the long distance shooters, and we have the choices of Hernandez, Sigurdsson, Chinoglu, and I can't pronounce that last name, so I'm not even going to try. Out of all these, I would definitely vote for Chinoglu. Personally, I think he is going to win it as well. There is some decent ones there, like Sigurdsson, Hernandez, not bad choices, but I think Chinoglu, he's already got amazing long shots as it is, so it would be pretty sick for him to get a Futties card. Next we have Head First. We've got choices from Adarice, Slimani, Luke de Jong and Mandzukic. Now out of all these, I am going to go for Adarice just because I think he's got a 90 team of the year. I think it's a 90 or an 89 or something like that, so he will have an absolute insane striking card, so I am going to vote for him. Next we have the 2-footed master. We have Ben Yedder, Christian Eriksen, Perisic and Toni Kroos. Now out of these, I think I am going to go for Christian Eriksen just because Premier League again. Personally, who do I think is going to win? Maybe Toni Kroos just because he plays for Real Madrid and in La Liga. But anyways, let's get on. We have one club man. We have De Rossi, Totti, Terry and Buffon. Now, it's a hard one for me. I'm going to go for Totti. He's an absolute legend, but also so is Buffon. So based on Totti's last card, which he did get the International Man of the Match, which basically put all his ratings to amazing. So we had like 78 pace. So if he gets a Futties card, it's basically going to be like his legend card. So I've got to go for Totti any day of the week. That will be insane. He will have like a 90 rated card or something like that, or 91 rated, something crazy anyways like that. Next we have Engine Room. We have Junasovic, which I've just completely butchered, Milner, Willian and Cavani. Now I'm going to go for Willian just because he plays in the Premier League and I prefer him to Milner any day of the week. Next we have Most Improved. This is where it's very interesting. We have Mahrez, we have Dele Alli, we have Jamie Vardy and Eric Dyer. Now of course Mahrez got I keep getting all these ratings wrong, but I think he got like he got some crazy team of the season, let's say that. So if he had a 92 team of the season, he could have a 94 Futties card. And of course Dele Alli got a nice 85 rated team of the season, so he will go up to an 87 Futties. And Jamie Vardy, of course, great team of the season, and he could go up more. This is a very difficult one for me. Who do I think is going to win? It's definitely going to be close, obviously, between Ali, Vardy and Mahrez. Eric Dyer not so much, but I am going to go for Mahrez because his card would be fucking incredible if he got it. So now moving on, we do have the Maestro category, which is the most creative players. As you can see, there are some very nice players in there: David Silva, Ozil, Pjanic and De Bruyne. Now if you look at a player like Ozil, he's had a lot of informs and special cards, so if you give him a footy card, it could be like 92 rated or something crazy like that. Same for De Bruyne as well, a lot of special cards. So you know, if they get it, if De Bruyne gets it, sorry, or if Ozil gets it, they're going to be very nice. But even David Silva, if he could still get a chance of getting a 90 rated, say he has no informs. And someone like Pjanic as well, who's had a lot of special cards. So this is a very interesting category. For me, I'm going to pick Kevin De Bruyne, just more personal preference than anything. But I wouldn't be too fussed if any of these got a Futties, because it would be rather OP. As you'll see near the end of the video, we're going to go over the potential cards, and I've done ratings and I think they are pretty accurate. So anyways, let's get into the last one, I think it is, and that is the class as permanent. We have Eto Fish, we have Hernandez, we have Diarra and we have Ben Arfa. Now as much as maybe I'd like to go with someone like Ben Arfa or Hernandez, I've got to do it for Zoe back. I've got to give Eto it. He could have a really nice Futties card because of course he did get a team of the season, and then yeah, his footy card could actually be something that's nearing to his FIFA 13, maybe not in pace wise, but shooting and stuff like that. It will be very OP, so you've got to go for the Eto Fish, and yeah, you got to love Eto, he's great. Now I think that is it, and EA are wanting us to do maths for some reason, what is 4 plus 7, and they could fuck off quite frankly. But yeah, let's move on to the potential ratings for these winners. I really don't want to make this video drag on any longer because it really is dragging, but we're going to go over to the potential ratings for these players if they were to win in the voting. And of course we're starting off with the goalkeepers again. Of course we have Leno, Hadanovic, Lloris and Ter Stegen. Now I'm not going to lie, doing these stats, doing these cards, making them, I really have changed my mind on a lot of people I voted for, but it's too late now because stupidly enough I did submit the vote. But as you can see, some really nice cards there, really nice stats. What I've done is given a +2 increase from their last special card that they got, or last card that they had. So there's some really nice cards there. Someone like Leno or Handanovic, I would probably pick him over Lloris now. But next we move on to the get stuck in category, and yeah, that's the pretty shit category, nothing too great with the stats there. Let's move on. We have the Skiller's Delight, and then of course this is where it gets really interesting. We have Balassi with an 82, going 2 up from his last inform, and yeah, that'll be a really nice card with 90 pace, 77 shooting. But the big one for me, I'm really glad I voted for Nani, because based on his last team of the season, I think it was. This footy card will push him all the way to an 89 overall rated, and some tremendous dirty stats: 90 pace, 93 dribbling, 87 shooting. I think that's quite, I'm hoping these cards are accurate, I really am, and I think they will be, and I'm really glad I voted for Nani though. And yeah, still some very nice cards there. Next we have the pot shots category, and of course I'm still glad I voted for Shinoglu because his card is solid, and yeah, obviously based off his last card, a +2. And yeah, I'm not really too fussed about that, I'm happy with that. And next we have the head first category, and to be honest, I did say that I've changed my mind. I haven't really changed my mind that much, because again, I voted for Mahrez, and look at that, based on his last team of the year, or team of the season, whatever the card it was, it's gone all the way from a 93, a +2 increase for his footy card. And just look at that card, that is just ridiculous. 96 physical, 97 shooting, it is just out of this world, and it would be pretty OP. But of course, someone like Mandzukic, really solid card, and Slimani as well, but still pretty happy I went for Mahrez. Next we have the two-footed master. This is where I wish I didn't vote for Christian Eriksen, of course, as Ben Yedder, Perisic and Toni Kroos. And based off it, I'd probably actually go for someone like Ben Yedder, because look at that card, 90 pace, 93 shooting and 88 passing. So I'd probably actually go for him, or maybe Perisic. And I kind of wish I didn't vote for Christian Eriksen, as much as his card is pretty good. And let's move on. We have the one club man. This is the really interesting one for me, and I voted for Totti. And actually thinking about it, I'm actually really happy with the votes, pretty much most of them. And look at that card from the top: 81 pace, 91 shooting, 93 passing, 95 dribbling and 78 pace. So that would basically be like his legend card. I'm really hoping EA do base off his international hero card, or whatever it was that he got. I hope they do base it off that and give it a +2, which would take him all the way to a 94, which I'm really hoping, because then it'll basically be like a legend Totti on FIFA 16. Next we move on to the engine room, and we've got all these players, and again I am pretty happy with what I picked. Willian, 85 rated overall he will be, with some really nice stats there, and I've boosted him all the way up to 60 defense, so it's almost an all-round solid card, which is great. And moving over, we have most improved. Now look at that Mahrez card, that is ridiculous. 95 it'll be overall, because he did get a 93 team of the season or team of the year. And just look at them stats: 94 pace, 94 shooting. That is just so disgusting. But same with Dele Alli and Vardy, them cards are crazy too. So really, if any one of these win, apart from Dyer, he's not going to win, we're going to have some crazy cards on our hands. Now moving on, we have the Mastro. We've got Silva, Ozil, Pjanic and De Bruyne, and yes, I am glad I picked De Bruyne. It gives him a 94, not the highest rated there, Ozil will be, but it's kind of split between De Bruyne and Ozil for someone I picked, but I am glad I did go for De Bruyne. And just look at these cards, they are crazy. This is going to help us get over the hump to FIFA 17, and yeah. So, but last but not least, we do have the classes permanent category. Now I had to go with Eto, but it's still a really nice card if you look at the stats. Really OP. But I mean, I would have loved to went with Ben Arthur or maybe Hernandez, but I just had to go with Eto. There was no other choice about that. But anyways, that is the video. It might have dragged on a little bit, but thank you very much for watching. Cheerio.